Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome to July 3rd, 2022, Sunday week ahead spread. I've been doing a few videos from inside because it's rained for 2 days, and I didn't want to get wet. The sun should be coming out later today. I do have a couple other videos I want to do that are VRs, I think. They're not quite ready yet, but hopefully by the time they're ready, the sun will be out and I can do these outside because it's beautiful. Anyway, if you're just tuning into my channel, I do a week ahead spread of the energy, obstacle, and advice for the week. I tend to pull the cards ahead of time and then go over them intuitively and then go over whatever book comes with the deck. This time, this is the Wheel of the Year Tarot by Los Scarabero. It's just a little white book. So we won't be going in too much detail on the book, but this deck's been on my radar for quite a while, and then I went ahead and bit the bullet and got it a few weeks ago, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck, gorgeous. And I'm like, I don't know why I didn't get it before now. It's crazy. But this is the deck I've been using all week. I tend to usually wrap up whatever deck I'm using. The Sunday I do my week head spread. So after this deck, I will put it away and then switch to something else for the week. So I've been doing that the last probably couple months, and it's worked out pretty well. I like doing it. And then I did pull a card from my Oracle deck that I got on... Sorry, I had to pause it. My husband came out of the bedroom. But yeah, I pulled a card from my, just as an overall, anything else you can tell me for this reading from my deck I got on Make Playing Cards. I'm trying to pull it up right now. This might be it. Nope. Sorry, I should have had it pulled up here. I can't remember the name of this deck. No. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, so 4. It is the Victorian Oracle deck. That's what it looks like. Got my light in the way. Victorian Oracle deck is what this is. And there's like 100 cards. But yeah, I love that deck. I love it for mediumistic reads as well. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. So for the week ahead, I've got the energy of the week is the 7 of Wands. And I love this deck simply because it is RWS, but it goes its own way as well. Like with this 7 of Wands, usually you have maybe a give and take there. This is like the flood is coming. There's nothing they can do about the flood. All they can do is bear down and put up the sandbags and hope for the best at this point. Like, try to keep the flood away from their town or their village or whatever. And considering the month of June I had was horrendous, and there's still stuff at play from that carrying over to the month of July and this week probably, that is very fitting. For the flood is coming, just batten down the hatches, do what you can, prepare for it because the flood's coming regardless of how you feel or what you want. It's still coming. So I found that very fitting for the week ahead. Even though it's 4th of July weekend, I had a lot of balls in the air last week, and I'm sure it's carrying over into this week. I would not think otherwise. So for the obstacle of the week, I got the Hierophant, and it's funny because the Hierophant fell out twice while I was shuffling this deck. I put it back in because I hate the Hierophant, and then it came out for the. I did not look because I haven't looked at the cards, and then it came out for my obstacle. So um, I think that's very telling in and of itself. Is the Hierophant is to me a teacher, a higher up, a boss, a teacher, your priest, whatever. It's someone in a higher form of education to you. And this is, I feel like this is me, and I'm not one to take advice very, very well, or listen to authority when, especially if it's someone that I think that is not doing right, or there's something being wronged to me. I will shut down and not listen. But maybe that's the obstacle this week, is I need to take the time to listen to someone in higher authority and really take in what they're saying and not just take it with a grain of salt. So I find that quite interesting. And I love the fall leaves and stuff falling in the trees around that. That's gorgeous, gorgeous. So anyway, on to the advice for the week. We have the Fool. The Fool. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the Hierophant of listening to this higher, maybe even your higher self here. I'm a Virgo. I'm all about planning all the time. So for this to come up as the advice, it's saying, be free, be that fool. Don't go into everything with a calculated plan. You don't have to. Just trust in the universe and take that leap, and everything will be okay. So I find that quite interesting as well. So let's look at the book and see what it says for these cards. For the Seven of Wands, it's chalices in this for the cups, but we don't have any cups here. Wands, 7. It is just keywords. It says the flood. I was right. Fighting forces, overcoming obstacles, aggression, self-affirmant, defense. And that's where I was getting here, whereas I can get very defensive, and that's the word I was probably looking for. I couldn't figure it out. I would get very defensive when it comes to authority. Just because part of it is because the way I was raised in such an abusive home that now any kind of authority, I'm just like, nope, I get my hackles up. So I think that is very fitting that it came, I mean, they paired well together with that. Says self-affirming defense. I may be getting defense here, but considering last week, I feel like I have to get my defenses up this week. And so maybe that's the problem here, is I get my defenses up because I'm preparing myself for the onslaught that I know is coming. But I'm going to possibly miss the sage advice I should be getting as well. So that's quite interesting. So let's look at the Hierophant. Hierophant. The man of sound counsel, see? Spiritual power, mercy, protection, kindness, loyalty, frankness, forgiveness, and clemency. So I feel like there's this higher power or higher self feeling with this card. So maybe that's then trusting in my gut. And I did that a little bit last week. I wound up firing someone that was going to work on my car. It's been almost a month since my car's been damaged. It still hasn't been touched. I still can't drive it, and that's just crazy to me. I mean, everybody around me is like, why isn't this getting fixed? Especially since I have full coverage. So I feel that comes into play quite a bit with that. Maybe this person in authority is my higher self that I need to work on listening to better. And then we have the Fool. And it's not lost on me that there's two majors in this spread. That's crazy. The Fool. A leap into the dark. A craving for adventure. Breaking the rules and taboos. Naivete. genius and madness, extravagance. So I got the naivete there, but I also got with the breaking of the rules here. Because he's like, this is the rules, this is the law. And I feel I actually pulled that, I think, last night. Not last night, but in my May or June video that I did last night, I kind of pulled this where, uh, this kind of rule breaking thing, and that could be where here it's like you may listen to your higher power, but rules are made to be broken. So that's quite interesting as well. And then for the Oracle card I pulled, and there's no book with this one, but I love the thicker Make Plain card stock. That's the backs. I got Conspiracy. So I found that quite interesting as well because going over the cards I had last night, it said there was because I think, not the moon card, but there was a shadowy moon in one of the cards, and it talks about conspiracy and deception, and lies and stuff. And I found that very interesting because the initial person I was taking my car to, and I've always said that I'm I was a human lie detector. That's my, gift, or curse, if you will. But I knew from the moment she started speaking to me, this woman is not truthful. She's not honest. And just the amount she was trying to charge just for my car, I was like, no, we're done. And so I find that quite interesting that keeps coming up in these spreads that I'm doing the last couple of days. So yeah, that is the week ahead. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, if you resonate with any of it, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.